Welcome back, everybody, and today we're going to take a trip to the Atlanta Aquarium, and after we're going to pick up a wave maker and some fish from the local LFS. What's up, everybody? We're back from the aquarium and the fish store, and we got some new goodies. We got 2 skunk cleaner shrimp, and we got a banded serpent starfish, and all these guys look really cool. They're going to be part of the cleanup crew a little bit. They'll clean up the detritus and everything, and clean the fish, help take care of them. We also got 2 Picasso designer clownfish, and I think they look beautiful, so I'm excited to have them as an addition. You only really want 2 of them, but we're going to go ahead and temperature acclimate everything to make sure it doesn't, shock the fish. So that'll take a little bit, and then we will acclimate them to the salinity of the water as well. But yeah, my daughter picked out the serpent starfish because it was missing a little arm, so I think that's cute. We'll go ahead and nurse it back to health. Starfish can regenerate their limbs, so it is a beautiful starfish. I mean, if you just look at that, like, I don't know, they're one of the more active and moving starfish too, so even though you don't see them all the time, they move faster than a lot of the other ones. And the skunk cleaner shrimp, those are really full of personality, especially this little guy right here trying to make a quick escape. But they're not shy at all, and they love people, so they're really great. But yeah, definitely want to make sure you're not doing this on a carpet or anything, because it gets messy. But yeah, here we are, temperature acclimating, and they're going to go ahead and go in the bowl and get ready to acclimate to the salinity. So I'm really excited to get all these guys in the tank. Alright, so we have them in now just the salt water that came from my tank, so we've completely separated them from the water that they came in. Kind of let them just sit a little bit longer. So they've already temperature acclimated, then they acclimated the salinity, and now they're just kind of finishing the acclimation of the salinity while also kind of getting a little bath in my water that I know is not contaminated. And then I'm going to fish them out and put them in the net, and then go ahead and put them in the display tank. So we'll go ahead and do that now.
So we got the cleaner shrimp. It looked like they might be going to work already. One of them, I don't know where the other one went. And our starfish is scooting right along. Oh, the other one's here on the rocks, checking out the rock structure. Penny's over there, you know, chasing his shadow a little bit. We'll see what he thinks. Oh, there he goes, meeting the cleaner shrimp. Now, Penny's definitely VIP. He's gonna get nice massage therapy, pest removal. Our little starfish is scooting right along. Yeah, we bought him. We seen that he's missing a leg, but we know it'll regenerate, so that's okay. Little bitty starfish, and so I'm just making the bottle load a little bit, like creep up a little more. There's the other shrimp in the back. And we can see that the starfish is making itself at home. So it's doing pretty good. They're at home. Alright, so I believe our clownfish are ready to acclimate to the salinity. Alright, so we temperature acclimated the clownfish, and now we adjust them to the salinity of our quarantine cube. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fish them out and put them in the cube. All right, there we go. So they're both in. We're going to pay close attention to them, make sure that that they're healthy, that they remain healthy. If not, we'll dose them with copper, and hopefully after 30 days they look good and we can put them in the main display tank.
And just like that, it's 24 hours later. The shrimp's doing well, and these shrimp are skunk cleaner shrimp. So basically a fish that swims by will literally stop, and the shrimp will kind of like almost look like giving it a massage. Or if you ever see like monkeys picking bugs off of, you know, other monkeys, that's what these little cleaner shrimp will do. It's really cool, and fish know it, so they'll come up to them and then just sit there, and they'll just start picking at them, getting all the parasites and dead skin off of them, keeping them healthy. Speaking of dead skin, I don't know if you can see this back here, but this is really interesting. You can see it laying kind of down there. I'm not going to be able to show it from the top view. Oh, yeah, I can. Yeah, so I came back here literally like an hour after buying the shrimp, and right where this one to the right is was a skeleton, and I was just like, man, did Penny eat the shrimp already? And then that was my quick thought, but it actually shed and it was attached to the rock. And I'll put the picture right here so you guys can see that. That was really cool. We also got a starfish. It was tucked up underneath here last night, and yeah, once it disappeared, I hadn't seen it again. Yeah, so the two cleaner shrimp are Alfred and Jeeves. Alfred's the butler off of Batman, and Jeeves is a butler off of like an old TV show. So I figure name them butler names because it seems like they tidy up the tank and take care of the fish. I may have to put these two in the display tank instead of doing a 30-day quarantine and finding another tank or trying to figure out what it is that's causing this tank to heat up. It constantly gets almost 80 in our house, and if this thing can't maintain temperature while it's 75 in the house, then they're probably going to overheat. I mean, if it's getting 80 in this tank when it's 75, 74 in the house, then I may have to put them in the main tank early, and if they have a problem, I'll figure it out. But that is Lisa and Ponyo. So that's going to be our clownfish. They're really pretty. I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of the traditional clownfish, but I do like those clownfish. Some final notes on this. I installed a wave maker. I'm really excited about that. So I made the mistake of just getting a power head that's one constant speed, so it was real difficult. If you notice the green star pop in the back, and I'm sorry, I know it looks terrible, it's part of what I chopped off, but it waves like it would in the ocean, and so is most all these other corals waving. You can look at the hammer coral, and it's going back and forth. It's not good on corals. They'll get abnormal growth, or they just won't grow at all if they're blowing in one direction and you're blasting them. So as you can see what this wave maker is doing, I can set it to multiple different settings, but it's waving left to right on the tank. It looks like, you know, you just poured a glass of water or something, but it's always doing that. And it's creating really good circulation in the water. So you can see that it's on one setting, spinning constantly, and you can have it ramp up, ramp down, go at slower speeds, faster, slower power, whatever you want. So the Chaeto was not growing, and this was that light I was telling you guys about the other day, seeing how I put it in. I don't know if it's because the Chaeto's sitting deep enough in the water before I put the rocks underneath it, and the coral on the shell. Actually, it was sitting probably about 5 to 6 inches in the water, and I would say the light's at about another 5 to 6 inches above the water. So I don't know if it's that, but the Chaeto's falling apart. So I went ahead and used Velcro, and I just stuck this light straight to the side of the tank. Honestly, I'm not too satisfied with this $70 LED light so far. Everything in the tank is pretty successful so far. I'm really happy. All the corals are doing well. They're all extending at certain parts of the day to get food. Their color's good, they're growing, they're doing well. The fish are doing great. The shrimp took to the water right away. They kind of made it at home, and they're really fun. They'll come up to the glass because they're like, oh, do you want a cleaning? But the only thing, yeah, is the Chaeto. So I'll keep you guys informed. And if it doesn't work, I would not advise you spend $70 on this little bitty light. So yeah, stay tuned.